I want to talk about what I was talking about earlier. I mentioned the phrase color pie, and I do want to actually talk about what I was talking about. This is really important. So you guys were asking me a really important question, which is why I didn't want dataless in Assassins, right? I gave you a bit of an answer, which was because here, this is my old drawing. Let me remake this new. I don't want to save that. God, what if I want to look at that again though? Okay. Let me go ahead and draw you guys a new picture. This is really important. Okay. So the math behind this game, it's really important to understand this, okay? So you've got like attack versus attack speed, and these multiply together into DPS. That's supposed to be a cross. This one's a sword, and this one's a multiplication symbol. This is DPS. And then there's like survivability, which is armor times health. It doesn't look like health, but it's a vit booster. Okay? Basically. But the most important thing is that you have to understand mathematically these two elements then multiply together. Sort of. It's a little more complicated than that, but you have to understand like you don't want more than one of these things. So you look at certain things that make you want more of them, okay? I'm going to give you an example. Okay. So for example, with elves, or rather elusive, you've got the elusive perk. This is a blue shoe as seen in the elusive drawing. And with elusive, it looks like the more you have of it, the best. Because it's, what is it? It's 25. It's 20 and then 45 and then 75. So it looks like it gets better every single time, right? But the most important thing to understand is that even though this scales positively, and even if you try to combine it with its other element, if you're not combining these two elements with this element, you're not doing that well, right? Now, this is really important to understand. Look at assassins. Assassins have a crit chance. Crit is a DPS multiplier. So it's like you can look at a damage item, like, for example, I don't know, relic, like plus 60 damage, right? I'm going to draw a relic. This is a relic. It's kind of like it's got a bit of an angry face. That's a relic. Now, the thing about relic is it scales with crit, and that's nice. And it multiplies, and it looks like that makes it good on assassins. It's not really. It's not what assassins want. What assassins really want is this side of things, right? You need stuff like BKB more so, right? And it's really important to kind of think about the game in this way, right? When I was playing orcs, when I was orking off, someone in chat suggested I get more armor, complete warriors, because, you know, armor and health multiply together. That's true, but you really just want this side at that point. It's most important to combine offense with defense rather than to kind of double down on each individual category and multiply that together efficiently. This is why 9 assassins is bad. This is why 9 elusive is bad. This is why 9 of that third thing you can go 9 of is bad. It's not really what you want to play for. You need to combine one element with another. That's why instead of 9 assassins, we go 6 assassins pairing up with elves to give us survivability, and lone druid and druids in general to give us tankiness. We need tankiness, right? And we want that to be reflected in our items as well. That's why in the last couple of heroes, we often curve for like Medusa. Medusa is sort of a tank, not in a traditional sense, because she completes Naga with Slark, which is defense, but she also slows down the fight. Think of stuns like this. When you have Kunkka, here's Kunkka. He's a ghost person with a sword, okay? He's got a hat. This is Kunkka. When he boats, this is his boat. And when he boats, this is the same thing as this side of the spectrum. You have to be aware of that. A stun is the same thing as health. It's stall, right? It slows down fights. I don't want to call this survivability. That's one way to look at it, but it's just stall. Stuns are like that. Medusa is like that, right? That's why we combine those things with assassins and not things that deal more damage. Medusa does do DPS, but that's not why we run her, right? It's because she stalls in two ways. She stalls with the Naga passive, and she stalls with her skill, which stops enemies from attacking and gives me back more health, which I need, right? This is the same reason why Bloodbound, even like as another category, a lot of you guys are coming up to me saying, Swim, you should try running like 4 big Warlocks and 4 big Ogres. It would be so crazy. They'd all have like plus 800% DPS. That's true, but that's not what they need. They need this. They need less Bloodbound and more of this. A lot of you guys are looking at Bloodbound. You're like, Bloodbound is plus damage. That's really good. You should combine that with Troll's attack speed, Swim. No. You don't want that. You need this. You need either standalone powerful units, right? Kunkka, Medusa, Warrior complete set to slow things down. Maybe even like, I don't know, something weird like a Knight set to slow things down. I don't know what, but you need to be slowing the fight down, not trying to combine it or recombine it in things on this area, right? I think there's a better way to kind of mathematically express what I'm saying now, but if you want to play this video game, this principle is really, really, really important to ingrain thoroughly into yourself, all right? So please try to keep this in mind. If I have to leave you guys with one thing, please let it be this, all right? Perfect. We're good. Now let's play some more fucking games.